Everything fixed up all around. You can see 86 scored by Timmy. Him a little bit of an advantage here. He will be first one looking at an out. Mike's adjusting. Trip 17 and up to tops. Oh, just a little bit inside. Clear the lane away. Camp with a 99 scored, not able to take that out. Timmy is now going to be eyeballing this double 10. Up to the. Ooh. And he bust. Leaving camp another opportunity with 56. You know, same result as the last leg. As he catches it there, taking a two-leg advantage. Both of them starting to fire off pretty decent here. So we appreciate everybody who can join us here. You know, we had issues with our Facebook. At least we can still post it, watch it under our Twitch and on YouTube. Both of them through East Coast Darts. All right, well, as we're continuing on here with the action, I know we're probably not going to have a whole lot of viewers tonight because of the fact of us losing our Facebook stuff, unfortunately, which we're still trying to work on getting that back. But through Twitch, from our Twitch and from our YouTube channel, you can follow along on both. But just giving you an idea, some of the other matches already starting underway over there. We got Brian Calpin and Al Flamenco locked up at one leg each as well. Others that are going to be getting underway here soon. It looks like Jeff Marinucci and Frank Gorham will be going, and Jim Newman against Chris Frill. So we'll give you updates as those matches once they start getting underway. This is, again, night number 2 of the Philadelphia Premier League. All these individuals who made it here into the Premier League, battling away through a number of different bits. Yeah, I mean, 2 viewers right now. Well, it's a 3-0 lead right now for Timmy O'Brien. Seems like Mike's having a little bit of difficulties with his doubles, but I will not count him out at all. Not. To give you a little bit of a, let's see if I can go ahead and pop up some stat information, for the players. And of course, it's not wanting to do that for me. All right, I'll go up to for the first week. Timmy O'Brien averaged for the night and 83.49, where Mike averaged 76.17. Let's see. Try and get a little other information. Timmy had a high out of 120 last week compared to Camp's 124. Check out efficiency. Looked like Timmy was at about 37% compared to Camp's 30%. So give you a little bit of update there as we continue to press. You see that Chris Friel and Jim Newman has gotten underway, as have Frank Gorham and Jeff Marinucci. So the only other match still left to go on is going to be a little bit later. It's going to be Benny Amadei going up against Lou Vessels. Camp down to 91 is going to have that first opportunity to look at a double. He'll have at least 6 darts. And 89, 70 left. See if he goes 18 route. Yep. Decided to go the 18 route, which trip 18 would have left him, with the double 8. Timmy with 164 is not going to go after the first dart, going into a trip 3. Pretty good little follow up, scoring 89 overall. Could put a little pressure on this 52. 20 scored, looking at double 16. I believe he catches that for the third dart there, and he claws himself back into the game just a bit. As we start off this fifth leg here with the ton 40 from Timmy. Oh, a ton 40 from Camp as well. Back to back, nice little answer. And that's a 180. That's the second one of the night for Timmy. See if how Camp responds. Just a touch high out of that lipstick. Carl Edge. Carl Edge has joined the Edge host through Twitch, and we appreciate that very much, Mr. Carl Edge. One of the great individuals has been helping us out along the way. That if you haven't checked out Mr. Carl Edge's Twitch stream, you are missing out. Great person, great commentator, very funny, and key thing you have to remember with him is he's Carl Edge and you're not. That's right. We appreciate him joining in with us. So thank you very much, Mr. Carl Edge. Looks like another ton action right there. We love you too, brother. 78 left. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that. Especially not being down to a potential 2-digit. Let's see what route Camp goes for this 101. All right, decided to stay at the 20s. He's looking for a trip 19. 41 scored. We'll leave him on 60 as Timmy is stepping up. He's got that. He's got that look, eyeballing that double 20 that he pegs with the first dart. Again, this is week number 2, night number 2 of the Philadelphia Premier League. East Coast Darts bringing it to you live from the Columbia Social Club. Through all the great sponsors, the other leagues that we've got going around, whether it's the Philadelphia Singles League, Monday Night Promotions, or the MNO Promotions, excuse me. Fliegerman's joining us up in the chats as well. Welcome, Flieger. Maybe you and your friend are watching. But also the Old English Dart League, Quaker City English Dart League, Women of Philadelphia Dart Leagues, and the Advanced Singles League. All these fine leagues bringing together to you the Premier League for 2022 Philadelphia. All these guys, if y'all are new to us here, all these guys battled their way through the different Philadelphia majors, earning points to earn their spots. Battling now for a good little bit of prize money. After basically the first 3 weeks, first 3 nights of this is going to be round robin format. Everybody's going to play everybody in a best of 12. Then from there, it's like the bottom 2 are going to be dropping out based on the points. And then we'll be pressing on from there until there is only one. It's almost like a Highlander. There can only be one. Camp with. Ooh. I think that double 16 might have caught him off guard as he was going for a single, but still, good look at the double 12, and he will be back up as Timmy's not going to be able to take out this 134. Yeah, again, for everybody joining, I know we're joining through only through Twitch and YouTube now since Facebook was hacked. Maybe you can use that as a good guide. Bangs it in to cut that lead into half at 4-2. But whenever it did that, it kicked both myself and Matt off of admin status for Facebook. And now, we're not even able to post. So anybody knows anybody that works for Facebook that can get us our stuff back, let us know. So nice little 125 to start that leg there for Camp. Maybe he's starting to feel the groove just a little bit, but Timmy firing back with a 134. For those of y'all that are new to the Philly dart scene, I'm gonna just let you know, is that a 168? Beautiful 168 right there from Timmy, setting himself up down to 134 after 9 darts. But anybody new to watching Philly darts and stuff, the 2 gentlemen that you see on the screen right now are pretty much 2 of the hottest players in Philadelphia. Oh, he was looking for another one of those, which would have left him a double 10. All right, 94 scored. We'll leave him on tops. We know he's already pretty proficient with it. $85. That's right, Rory. Philly's top dogs. Take a look here at that tops, and boom, first dart. Back to 5-2, a 5-2 lead. Again, this is a best of 12, so it has that potential to end in a tie. Great little 134. After that first leg or two, I can see those averages from both of them starting to creep up just a little bit. Creeping up just a touch. Yeah, they were throwing low 70s, and now mid 70s and 80s. And just like a, commentator's curse, as soon as I say something, 60s and 41s, are they trying to imitate me? Nobody wants to see that. That's great. Do they play every leg? No. This is just a best of 12. It may go 6-6, but from there, it is it could end up in a 6-6 tie, or someone could obviously win 7-0. Well, Camp will be down 2 and out first, sitting on 149. Like I said again, if anybody knows anybody that works for Facebook that can help us out with our Facebook page, let us know, please. All right, Timmy composing himself for that top. So, boom, he has been deadly on the double 22 night. And firing away. 6-2 lead, and he will be throwing. He is able to just hold his throw right here. That will be the match. I think it might be a little bit of frustration on Mike Camp, as he is seems to be missing just a little bit there. Well, let me see. I can find this here real quick. I'm going to do a quick little update on other matches that are in progress. Here, Jeff Marinucci is up 3-0 on Frank Gorham. Jim Newman is up 3-1 on Chris Frill. And Al Formenko is up 3-2 on Brian Calpin. Maybe the frustration is hitting on both of the players. It's 85 scored. Timmy was show that little shake of frustration as his first start drifting over to the 5. But looks like Timmy's going to have at least 6 starts to be able to go out for this 137. Oh, just on that inside wire. Just on that inside wire for the. But he will be back. His camp is back on 213. Let's see. Oh, and that is a tough bounce out. As now Timmy is stepping up, composing himself, eyeballing the double 5. Decide to split it and catches it there at the end for a 7-2 victory. So, Rory, you asked what the league standings were after night number 1, where everybody played 3 matches. Now, the way that worked is if you won, then yeah, you can go to that there too, Chalmers. But I'll give it a rundown for everybody else too. But if you won, you got 2 points. Losses, obviously, no points. And if it was a tie, at a 6-6 tie, you would get 1 point. So based off of the first night, everybody playing 3, Timmy and Camp were both locked up at 6 points each, followed by Chris Frill and Jeff Marinucci at 4 points. Benny Amadei had 3. Ryan Calpin and Frank Gorham at 2 points each. And then the bottom 3 with 1 point each, Jim Newman, Alfred Manco, and Lou Vessels. All of them had 1 point each. So that was the point standings right there. So, all right, well, we're going to take a little pause until we get our next game up, our next matchup. But you can see off in the background, again, the other matches going on there. And again, with those, Jeff Marinucci, who you see on the far end down there, playing against Frank Gorham, is up 3-1. Jim Newman and Chris Frill right there, closest to us. Jim Newman is up 3-2 on Chris Frill, and Alfred Mako and Brian Calpin are tied up at 3-3. Yep, and I got Timmy O'Brien. He's pretty good. He is pretty good. Ended up with just under an 82 average for that match compared to Mike's 76. So, all right, we're going to take a little pause for the cause, enjoy the background action and everything, and we will be back up here momentarily. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for our second match of the night. None other than Mr. Lou Vessels and Benny Amadei. Well, this will be a good one right here, going between these two fine gentlemen. You never know. From previous stuff, we might even be able to see Benny do a little bit of a dance. So I have to try and get him to do that. I think both guys kind of matching each other pretty good so far. Each with a ton, each with a 60. That was a nice little 140 from Benny. And Lou not able to answer it this time. Oh, and unable to follow up with only 24 scored. Good trip, scoring 81, being able to get back into the match here. Only 55 scored, but he will have, or 40 scored, my bad. He will still have first look at an out. What kind of pressure might he be under? No, I don't think he needed to go for that because 60 would have left him on 155, but it does leave him on a bogey number. And again, a huge shout out to Mr. Carl Edge as he was able to assist us, and doing a host through his Twitch channel as well. 80 scored, 86 left. Decided to stay there. So Benny was unable to catch the tops as both guys missing their first shots at a double here. Just a bit on the inside. See if we can readjust to the double 10. Possibly utilize that as a guide. And he does so to take the first leg on a hold to throw. Do a little quick update on other matches that are going on. Jeff Marinucci has defeated Frank Gorham 7-1. And then, let's see, Brian Calpin is up 6-4 on Alpha Manco. Chris Frill and Jim Newman are locked up at 5 legs each. So. So again, even though we don't have our Facebook up right now, we do have our Twitch, we have our YouTube, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all that are joining us here. I know in the chats already we had Ryan Chalmers, welcome, and Rory Goodfellow, looks like none other than Carl Edge himself, and Mr. Brian Flieger. Anyone else up there in the chats want to say hi? Anything else? Let us know where you're watching from. You know, other things that might be able to be beneficial to us. You know. Both of them trying to work their magic to get to an outshot, and unable to find the trip. 95 there would have left him on the big fish, 170. But Lou needing at least a 140 to get down to that. Oh. I'm going to have to work with him on his numbers because he left himself on another bogey number. He would have stayed there, and more of a potential of an out. But then again, what do I know? Might have been blocked as Benny fires in a beautiful 140, barely hanging on there. Lou, current CDC tour card holder, been bouncing around, hitting a few of the CDC events as well. Whereas Benny, Benny's done all right for himself as well too. A couple of majors, Philadelphia majors. He and I. Is he just on the outside wire of that double 20? Remember a couple of years ago at the Philadelphia Open, Benny and I battled out a great match. Unfortunately he came out on top of, but he was definitely firing on that day. Can I get my keys back? These are just empty. So these I'm just going to hand out to some. So. Like 11 or 12. But all right. 32 left for Lou. Try and level up this match. And unable to peg that trip. So Benny stepping up, double 5. Just inside wire. Just gonna clean that up, either a 1 or a 3. And then looking down, eyeballing that double 2. And catches it. Catching it right there. What do you think of? We're underway here on the third leg. I tested it. It'd be nice if we were sponsored by Men's Warehouse. Great ton to start off here. It looks like one of the other matches was complete down there with Brian Calpin defeating Al Flamenco 3-1. Yeah, and let's see what other match. Maybe it hadn't saved just yet. Trying to refresh this. Chris Frill defeated Jim Newman 7-5. So with that being said, quick little update to the stats. You know, Timmy O'Brien in the lead with 8 points. Jeff Marinucci and Mike Camp tied for second with 6. Down in fourth place is Chris Frill with 4 points, followed by Benny. Calpin and Gorham tied at 2 each. And then Newman, Al, and Lou all sitting on 1 point. Which everybody's battling right now to make sure that they are not a part of the bottom 2. And that's where I'll give out more of them then. Yep. You are absolutely right there, Mr. Carledge. Benny has been solid, and Lou has been a little bit off on his counting, but 36 scored from Benny will leave him on a ton. As Lou back on 86, he's on 86, gonna try and take this out. Looking probably 18's first start. 68, he may stay right there. Yep. And looking at the bull. Oh, just missing that. Benny, opportunity to extend his lead. Yep, that's 80 scored. So he'll be looking over here at double 10. And again, just inside the wire. Looking at 25 left. Decided to go for the 9. Posing himself as he's looking at double 8 and is able to catch it. So he cuts the lead in half. Oh, as we're underway here in the fourth leg, folks, just again, huge shout out to all the leagues that have helped make this happen. Quaker City, Women of Philadelphia, English Dart League, Advanced Singles League, Philadelphia Singles League, Quaker City, English Dart League, Old English Dart League, and our host location here, Columbia Social Club. Again, I am Troy Colon, East Coast Darts. I got here sitting on my left. He's been pretty quiet tonight. Of course, clicking away on all kinds of other stuff, trying to figure out all the problems and such we've had. That is none other than Mr. Matt Forkin. You know, so I'm glad that we're able to bring you these wonderful darts here from the 2022 Philadelphia Premier League. This is night number 2. So we're glad that everybody is able to join us and help us out. Who we gonna get? Both guys, you know, averaging in the mid 60s right now. Yeah, that'll help right there, Benny. And he catches a nice little trip 20 with that third dart. You can see sitting in the back watching the action a little bit too is none other than Mr. Al Flamenco. A little 65 action there from Lou does get him down to an out. He'll be potentially eyeballing the big fish when he steps back up, but he may be under pressure here from Benny, depending upon what he can connect with on this third dart. 44 scored. Looking at 132 left if he gets it back up. I think he tried to force that one in just a little bit too much. Benny with 132, maybe eyeballing that bullseye first. Let's see. Yep, and that looks like it's a single 13. So that'll be a 19 left. Oh, great third dart, leaving himself on tops. If he gets that opportunity, depending upon if Lou can do something with this 130 out. Definite look of frustration on his face from those darts. As Benny is calms himself, steps up, just inside on the double 20. Don't know if those missed doubles will hurt him. $57 scored. Leaves 62. 12. Get a look at the bullseye. He nicked that wire last time. Did more than nick the wire this time. Was able to guide it in again with that second dart. So jumping up to a 3-1 lead in this best of 12. I'm just trying to pull up, get a little bit of information here real quick for you, so I can give you a better understanding. In case you do not know who Mr. Benny Amadei is, now I'm trying to finally pull up a little history, little info for him. Okay, uh, for 2021, Benny didn't really play much. Okay, he came in third at Mr. Philly. He's a three-time major winner, two-time Philly Legends, which was later renamed to the McGinnis, and one-time match play, which was the Ennis match. Been a couple of times with winning Fisher Cup teams, and even won some of the leagues around as well too. Yep, Cindy Lou in the chats with showing a little love towards Benny. Okay, and Benny was actually the very first Philadelphia dart player to play in a CDC event as a tour card holder in the CDC's inaugural season. Been playing around here with Philly leagues for a while. Ball and tops for a 157. Oh, and I don't know if he realized he threw the wrong dart right there. Hey, you. He said there was an extra right here in case it died or something. Or there's one up the very front, I thought. All right, both of the players on the last little bit. You know, Benny actually thought he had 100, had 50 left, and that's where he threw at the bullseye. You know, and he was starting to put in the score wrong, and now, now he realized he actually only had 40 left. So now, with that being said, 32, he's going to be eyeballing the double 16. Have to shift over and catches hit there. He rectifies the situation anyway, but it has a little bit of a laugh in the background as they did double check that the scores were correct. Okay, so maybe we get one of his two daughters to give Benny a little bit of math lessons, learn how to count. Yeah, they were giving him dance lessons. Maybe they can give him some math lessons. Meanwhile, starting off the sixth leg here, Benny being up 4 legs to 1. His best of 12. Oh, unlucky little kick out. You know. A little quick update on some of the other matches going on. Al Flamenco and Frank Gorham are underway, with Frank taking the first leg. And also down on the far end down there, Mr. Timmy O'Brien and Jim Newman are underway. Locked it just in the first leg, so it's still 0-0. All right, folks. Got a nice little special treat for you here too. I'm joined none other than Mr. Mike Campagna. You saw him in our first matchup on the stream. So, Mike, welcome to the little booth here.
Thanks, Troy. How you doing?
I'm good. I noticed, I know it's obviously not the result that you were wanting in the first one, but who are you looking at? Who you got in your next match?
I got Benny, so I'm sitting here waiting.
Okay.
Scouting the competition a little bit.
Understand. It looked like you were throwing good darts, but obviously going up against Timmy, you gotta, everybody feels like they gotta throw great darts against him.
Yeah, I didn't feel that, but I just missed a couple doubles.
Yeah.
At the wrong time. He shot great. You know what you're gonna get. You're right. So it's like I didn't even think he was shooting good, and he shot at 81.
Yeah.
It's Timmy darts, right?
That's Timmy darts. He'll lull you to sleep a little bit with outstanding play.
Yeah, it was tough, man. He's at the top of the table for a reason, right?
Yep. All right. Unable to take this 118 out here by Lou. Meanwhile, in the chat, Cindy Lou said hi.
What's up, Cindy Lou? How we doing?
We also got a few others, none other than Mr. Carl Edge himself.
Oh, man.
I'm
Carl Edge, and you're not.
All right, let's see. Is Benny going to go right at that double 19? I think he's double checking his counting skills after that last leg. Oh, he decided to split it on me. 28 left. Oh, and just inside the wire on a double 14.
Tough darts.
Lou going to have that opportunity to step back up with eyeballing a 60. Jump up there to that tops and catches it.
Great shot.
Cuts the lead into half. Back to 4-2 now for Benny.
Don't give him a look.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you saw what I was talking about with the counting in the last leg.
I did not.
Benny had 157 left. He goes up there. Beautiful trip 20, trip 19. I'm looking at that tops, and I'm like,
double
where'd he
bull.
go? He threw it the double bull, but luckily he hit a single 8. Left him on 32. He was able to clean it up there on the next trip to the line.
You don't see that out of Benny much either. That's a little surprising. Guess it can happen to anybody, right? Even a Hall of Famer.
Even a Hall of Famer, that's right.
Yeah.
So, how do you like this format that they're doing here in the Premier League?
I like it a lot. They copied the old Premier League that was going on. Sorry, I'm trying not to talk while he's shooting a little bit there. I know I'm a little bit loud.
But
yeah, I like it. I think the draw makes everything a little bit more enticing, right? Like even when Timmy had 6 legs to 2, I thought I could still get a point. So it adds a little bit. You always feel like you're in it, even if you're getting beat up.
Absolutely. And the thing is with any one of y'all in this, these matches can go, seesaw back and forth. Just start, one person can get on a little bit of a hot spell.
Yeah, I see these guys. I was looking when I was in the bar drinking a little bit. I was seeing their averages were like low 60s. Now they're starting to get close to that 70 mark, and you're seeing Lou starting to get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, he is. Got to find out what's next for him on his CDC development.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit actually. He wasn't 100% sure if he was going to travel to the next one. There's we spoke about it originally. The cost of it can be hard, even with the help. Even though we greatly appreciated that, it still is tough to make it out with all the costs and family time being away. He's married too, so we spoke about that a little bit.
Yeah, for the average dart player, going around to different events and such, that it can be it can start being a little costly if you don't have sponsors and such.
Yeah, or a great job, but Lou makes good money. He was saying it does come down to some of the time away and it's just he told me it's around $1,300 for the whole thing for the first CDC event, so not cheap.
No, definitely not. As he's want to try and set up this 202, as Benny is down to 170 out.
The
And,
big fish.
big fish potential. So, Carl Edge giving you a little shout out. Says Cam.
Thank you, Carl Edge.
You know, yeah. Laughing about the little kick that he got in off the flight into the one.
You know, I put Benny up there as like one of the better bull shooters in the city. I know I make that joke a lot that I'm the best bull shooter in the city, but he can hit that bullseye pretty well. So I gave him a good chance to hit that 170. He's done it he actually did it in a charity event versus Timmy O'Brien, the one I was at. So he's not someone that can't take that out.
44 scored from Lou. Gonna get him down to a 98.
What about you, Troy? You going to be in the next Premier League or what? You had that Mr. Philly run where you beat me.
I'm working on it. I think I need at least one or two more points right now just to maybe solidify the position.
Secure it up, yeah. It'll be fun to have you in here, but we'll miss you in the booth. You know.
Yeah, well, after my this past weekend, I was over in Washington, PA at the Steel City Open, and after my performance there, I was contemplating more of, maybe I need to, as you lose looking,
Ooh, tough dart.
Try to clean it up now.
Still on it, even though he's talking. He's zooming into that double 19. This guy's a professional.
But, after my performance there at Steel City, I started thinking a little bit more about, maybe I need to cut back on throwing and just commentate more.
I was watching a little bit. I thought you were shooting pretty well, but those tournaments are weird because you're not sleeping great. You're sitting around a lot. You're not really getting into a great rhythm.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that. I don't know. But I saw you competing versus some of the top throwers, so
I had a few good runs here and there, but it was interesting as Lou getting an opportunity to step back up and eyeball at double 8 and everything. But on Friday they had an interesting little bit that was single 11. He is not going to be happy. Ends up busting.
Not a bad bust.
No, I think he might have been going for the 3 to leave himself double 1. Let's see. All right, Benny. 4 for the tops. Uh-oh. He didn't throw with the double 19 last time, and maybe that was why. But
yeah, he had to go for it there with Lou sitting on 16,
yeah, he
right?
did. On Friday night over there at Steel City, they had a unique little thing. It was called what they call the Pittsburgh Pickoff, where it's a common
19 left.
Yeah, they're just doing a real quick readjustment on the score because he had 19 left, not 18 left. Okay,
there we go.
All right, Lou starting off with the 16, but this Pittsburgh Pickoff thing that we played on Friday night was one of the little events. It's what they also called horse, and it's a game that a lot of us have played around here. Catch just inside the wire, but where one person plays and you have to score higher than them, and if not, you get a mark, and as soon as you get 5 marks, you're out. As Benny is now eyeballing a double 8, same target that Lou had. He's just outside there, but they had 8 people on the board.
On one board?
On
Wow.
one board. And they took the top 2 out of each board. Lou is not paying attention because he is just busted because he threw it the wrong.
Yeah, he was
I don't
inside.
think they realized that.
Nah, he was inside the last
Hey, Lou, stop. Look at your score.
That's a bust. He's just realizing it now.
Just helping him fix it. And he's walking away frustrated right now. Just had to help him out with that. As Benny, still looking at that. I think that actually might have affected Benny as well too, as but Lou will get another opportunity. He's just trying to recompose himself now. But yeah.
Big dart. It didn't affect
Yeah,
him.
there he goes. First dart. Got that correction. You know,
All right. That was a
could-
big
I
leg.
couldn't, I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything while he was throwing, but you know, I was able to catch him before he actually put it in. Yeah, case of Johnny Clayton. Exactly. You know,
Or a Jose de Sousa. It happens. Like,
we'll rename Lou to the special one.
he's definitely special. No, sometimes you get a little bit of brain fog when you're up there and you just don't realize what's going on. I've been there.
Well, I mean, he was throwing it double 16, or he had 16 left previously, and then he looks up at the score, probably looks at the scoreboard, and he see that Benny was on the same. He had 16
Yeah.
left. He may have something like, okay,
Definitely
16.
confused the scores there, yeah.
Yeah, it could be. You know, we don't have an official scorekeeper up there telling him, Lou, you have 8 remaining.
Yeah, we're not
So,
that fancy yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. So.
Battle of the Italians heating up. Yeah, Ryan. You ain't wrong. There's a lot of us greaseballs on the stream.
Watch that.
Oh, sorry.
Don't want to lose any fans.
I'm Italian, so I could say it.
No, I'm just Texan.
Texan.
No, I'm Texan.
I thought you were a cowboy, Ian.
I'm America.
Looks like Lou's getting all frustrated.
A little bit. Benny's starting off with three 10 pluses.
Yeah, I mean, there he could have set it up, but he was just thinking a steady ton where the game is right now. That's enough pressure where Lou can't leave it out anyway, so smart darts.
Yep.
I got Benny next, so I hope he wastes all those tons.
I think there's plenty left in his repertoire.
Looks like it.
120 scored right now. 130.
130. He's generally
Leaving
leaving
on
that top,
36.
so it makes me think he was going 6, but still a good leave. Plenty of time.
And Carl Edge talking about he married a Sicilian.
Ah, good man.
Yeah. Better than me. All I did was marry a crazy German.
I got a little bit of German in me, too. Here we go.
Yeah, look at it. Trying to walk in. 2 good guides right there. Oh,
Wow, you can't throw better darts than that. That's just unfortunate.
how did he not get that?
I don't know. Thought for sure it was bouncing in.
But he will be back up as Lou is still back on 298.
Those were well thrown darts. Sometimes when Lou just relaxes and throws, it's pretty. Even though none of them went in the triple, it was really good looking darts.
And again, all 3 just outside.
I like the hashtag there, Carl. Notice I said Carl and not Steve, so
Yeah, it's because he's Carl Edge and you're not.
I'm definitely not.
You're Mike Camp.
Nice pick, Lou. Staying in the leg.
Oh, gonna have to adjust over now. Oh. We'll give Lou opportunity, if he's able to do anything with this 138.
Which route you think he goes? I'm saying he stays 20, knowing him.
Yep. Almost like he's trying to force them a little bit too much and they're pushing a little left and right.
Yeah. You know what? I think he didn't think he was going to have a shot in this leg, and
80.
sometimes that can be hard.
But he got 81 right there. That might be enough, and it is.
First start.
Might be enough pressure to make
Miss
Benny hit it this
Cleo.
time.
Miss Cleo. That's what I'm calling Troy now because he knew that was going in. You're a Libra, aren't you, darling?
Oh yeah. I'll tell you your future. First, first official recipient of our swag.
I'm gonna take a little pizza break here. I'll be back.
All right. Well, Mike, thanks a lot for joining us. You know, and we thank Mike for joining us here on that. He's going to go starting to get warm up as these guys are starting to wind down a little bit, getting closer towards the end of their match. He's going to go get a little bit warmed up, or he's going to get food, one or the other.
The pizza's here.
Oh, the pizza is here. All right, so. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. Following this match, I'm gonna bring something up onto one of our camera systems, so that I'm gonna show y'all. Brian Flieger was talking about it last week, you know. So keep an eye out for what I bring up, you know. That got a little something for some people and all. Lizard, is that Liz? Liz joining us up in the chats as well too. Oh, just deflected out. 140 for Benny. As both guys were struggling a little bit, wasn't able to find the trips to start this off. But now, let's see, get into those trips in this best of 12 legs, best of 12 legs. You know, for night number 2 of the Philadelphia Premier League. Quick rundown of other matches that are going on. Got Brian Calpin and Chris Friel underway, with Friel up 2-1. Timmy O'Brien and Jim Newman, where Jim Newman's got a 3-2 lead currently on Timmy. Al Flamenco and Frank Gorham are also underway, and it is 4-2 right now for Al. Or excuse me, for Frank. You know, all these matches and everything you can follow along through Dart Connect. Look along under the Philadelphia Premier League. You know, I ripped those off just a little while ago. So. Let's see. This is the first. Okay. Yeah, it's best of 12. It has a potential to end in a 6-6 tie. Okay. Best of 12. So, as Benny is now eyeballing at tops again and catches it to go within one leg of the match. If a player gets a 7 first, then they get 2 points. If it's a 6-6 tie, it's 1 point each. And other than that, if you don't get the 6 or the 7, you get 0 points. You can go through dartconnect.com. Thanks, Chalmers, for throwing it up onto the chats there for people watching on Facebook, or excuse me, on the Twitch stream. You can see the links right there to be able to follow it along, follow all of your, follow your favorite player, or like I said, I'll just keep giving updates as we press along through. Yeah, all right, folks. Also, following this match, it's not 100% set in stone, but about 95%-ish. So it looks like next match coming up might be Al Flamenco against Jim Newman. So if anybody's got a quick message out to Erin Quinn to tell her favorite Mr. Philly's soon going to be on the stream. So, nice little 140 action there from Lou. He's like, yeah, you might be up 6-3, but I'm not out of the, I'm not done yet. A little ton response from Benny. Lou's finding a pretty good little rhythm here with this, but let's see whenever it comes time down for his doubles how he gets down to. Hey, Kelly Gallagher joining us over on the YouTube side. Said the picture quality over there is great. Thank you very much. 6 for Lou. Oh, and just on that inside wire, but he will be back. He will be back. Is Benny's still back on 239. So glad to hear about the picture quality on the YouTube. Appreciate that. Whenever it comes time for me zooming in, you're gonna have to let me know how the zoom ins look on YouTube also. As Lou, boom, bangs it in with the first dart, bringing it 6-4. Now in favor of Benny. Like I said, Lou is he's throwing it up there. He's like, I am not done yet. Glad you're able to join us there too, Kelly. Okay. Adam G. Gingery. Adam Ginger has joined us in there, and yeah, you're right. That was a great leg from Lou. Nice little 16 darter that he just threw there. See if he's able to continue that momentum. Now, Kelly, I'm not sure why the picture quality is brighter over on Facebook or on YouTube than Twitch. So maybe that's something we'll look into. That's a couple of times tonight that those first two have gone in there from Benny and not able to, just kicking out a little bit from that third one. Great answer back. Ton action there from Lou. Hey, I got Mike Camp join me back up here. It's already on.
All right, makes it easy.
We got Kelly Gallagher joined us in the chats as well.
What's up, Kelly? Always good to have you here.
And Adam G. Gingery.
He's all right. He beat up on me last week. We were playing doubles. It was Frill and Gingery versus me and Newman.
Yeah. He just missed his nice little leg from Lou Vessels. Threw out a nice little 16 darter.
That ain't bad.
Yep. As Benny first down to an out in this 11th leg. Lou's got to be battling away. Lou's got to win these last two if he wants to salvage a point, or Benny only needs to win one of the two.
Oh, Newman never paid you the 20, Gingery? Huh. Typical Mr. Philly fashion. Nah, I'm just kidding. He usually pays his debts right away. It's usually Frill you got to worry about. So, congrats on getting money for Frill, because that motherfucker owes me money.
And that's why we are tagged for mature content.
Mother freaker.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
pick by Lou with the 94.
Well, gonna leave him on 54 if he gets that opportunity. But Benny is eyeballing that double 16. He does not want to give him that opportunity. And he catches it there for the match. And the 2 points will be going to Benny Amadei. So, real quick, folks, just to give you an idea, like I said, don't run away. I want to show you. We got a little something, a little swag,
Ooh,
you know,
swag.
that I'm gonna try and get up in front of one of the cameras. We'll see how good of a view it gives us here.
Let's go.
You know that for some of we'll be handing out some of these on Saturday that I'm gonna talk to you more about on Saturday.
That's fancy. Let's see what Troy's got here. A little bit higher. A little bit more to your left. There you go. A little bit more. No. Higher. To the left. Perfect. All right, so you see that it looks like East Coast darts. Is that what we're looking at? It's a little bit blurry, but a little QR code we got going on there. A little keychain for people that were wondering. And Troy's going to explain it because he knows a lot more than me.
Yeah, it's a little keychain that made up. It's got our little East Coast Darts logo on one side, and then it's got a QR code on the other side that it'll bring you right to the links for our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch feeds on there. So I know Flieger was talking about getting some East Coast Darts swag. This is the first little step of the items there, and I'm just showing Mike Camp.
All right, just zoom your camera in there and
Yep.
takes you to the website. That's pretty cool.
Right there. And,
You guys are really coming up with this East
you
Coast
can
Darts.
see
I
there
like it.
coming up with our 3 channels on there,
Awesome,
in which
man.
you can click on any one of the little links. So,
Although Facebook's not working for
oh yeah,
hackable reasons, but
yeah, we're working to get that.
yeah, we're gonna need that fixed.
Yeah,
'Cause, you know,
We're
if
hoping
you're
to
a
get it.
Facebook loser like me, you're on there a lot. So yeah, we need that fixed.
So, real quick, I know it looks like let's see, who did he say our next match is going to be? I think it might be Jim Newman against Al Flamenco.
Oh,
I
all
believe it
right.
might be our next match coming up. But let me go ahead and kick over to the hall. You can see down the line right there, you got Jeff Marinucci, and he's warming up against Lou Vessels.
Looks like he's warming up with himself.
Well, he's
but
gonna
what
be,
else
he's
is new?
warming up to play against Lou Vessels. You also see right behind him Frank Gorham and Al Flamenco, which currently Frank is up 6 legs to. Oh, let me correct that. 6 legs to 4 now. And then on the little further down, you got Chris Frill is up 4-1 on Brian Calpin. And after, trailing a little bit earlier, Timmy has come back now from, he was trailing 3-2, is now 5-4 for Timmy.
That's a good little match there. Look,
Yeah.
Newman always steps up when he plays the best. I'll say that.
Absolutely. So, following that little match right there, quick little rundown on the stats. We got Timmy on the lead with 8 points. We got a 3-way tie for second with Chris Frill, Jeff Marinucci, and Mike Campagna. And then in 5th place, Brian Calpin's at 4 points. Benny Amadei is next with 3 points. Frank Gorham at 2 points. And then Jim Newman, Lou Vessels, and Al Flamenco all down there with 1 point each. So giving you the little updates, and we'll be coming back up with our next match here in a little bit. I'm going to keep it on here so you can watch your favorite players off in the distance. And again, you can always follow up on Dart Connect, Dart Connect, or tv.dartconnect.com. Look under the leagues for the Philadelphia Premier League. And we'll be back here, next week for week 9, or keep wanting to call it week 3, but it's more technically like a night.
I get what
number
you're saying
3.
about week 9 because that's
Yeah.
9 matches played. So
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that too.
Yeah, but that'll be night number 3, and then following that, that's where they're going to find out who the bottom 2 out of that are. So you
Ain't
still
gonna
got,
be me.
still got people battling away. So
Ain't gonna be me.
all right, so I'll be jumping back onto commentary here in a little bit. Hope y'all are enjoying it. Keep with us.
All right. So Troy's left the chat.
All right, folks. We're back. We're back. Yeah, Adam, if you're still watching, Newman said that it was your fault that you didn't get the money because you left it like way too early. But as the players are getting away here in our third and final match of the night, okay, got Al Flamenco going up against five-time winner of Mr. Philly, none other than Mr. Jim Newman himself. You know, both these guys coming off of losses in their last match, and well, honestly, right now is both guys are tied only with 1 point each down at the bottom of the standings. So whoever wins this might prove to be able to make their way into, make it past next week. Other matches going on down at the far end. I got Mike Camp, who joined us earlier in the chats, going up against Benny Amadei. Let's see. Trying to think of who else is going to be up on. I think Chris Frill and Jeff Marinucci are also going to be playing a little bit later. So there's still a few matches again that you can follow along there on Dart Connect. We'll keep you updated as we go along. Progressing with the scoring here. So this Saturday, make sure you join us for our Dart Player Philadelphia event number 3. Okay, we're going to be coming to you. I believe it is at the Oxley Post, WM Oxley Post. Nice 177 action there from Jim. Okay, it's going to be at the William D. Oxley Post, 133 American Legion Post. That will be playing along. We're capped at 48 players for this Dart Player Philadelphia event number 3. All right. We'll be doing the bracket draws around 1:30, and then darts will be starting to play at 2. And just right before that, we'll be doing our streaming starting up there at 2 o'clock. This will be event number 3. So previous events, event number 1 was won by none other than Mr. John Mead. And event number 2 was won by Mr. Timmy O'Brien, as Newman is able to peg the double 19 to take the first leg, and that is a break of throw to start this off. I was looking through the previous match logs here, and I was also informed by Matt that in his last match, Newman was playing Timmy O'Brien, and it was at 6-5 for Timmy, and Newman missed darts at an out that would have given him a 6-6 tie, which would have gotten him one more point. And he was a little frustrated with himself as Timmy was able to, capitalize and take that deciding leg to win it 7-5. Whereas in the previous match, Frank Gorham, who's not able to come up on the positive side against Frank Gorham. So, Al Flamenco lost to Frank Gorham 7-4 in their previous match. So, nice little ton action there from Newman. And we appreciate, again, each and every one of y'all sticking around with us, even through our little issues that we had with our Facebook page and such, which we're still working to try and get resolved. You know, problem is just let you know if you ever have any problems with Facebook and all, yeah, their customer service is close to, seems to me, close to non-existent. Any kind of little trouble tickets or anything like that is run through a bot that if you don't click or say the right things in there, that you're not going to get through. But we're still working on that, trying to get control back of our Facebook page so that we can bring you all the nice Facebook live streaming as well. Newman on 134, double 10. Oh, but he will, even though that left him 5, he will be back up as Al is still back on 203. Catches double 2 to go to a 2-0 lead. Little hole to throw. We do have another match going on there in the background. Also, is Jeff Marinucci is going up against Lou Vessels, but some reason they have a little problem with their tablet that it's not showing the proper code, so we're not able to check what the score is. But I'll try and keep an eye out and see if I can pick up on something here or there here in a little bit. You know, we'll just blame Nooch for his own fault for that. So yeah, again with this, make sure that you join us again on Saturday as we bring you live action from Dart Player Philadelphia event number 3, and then next week on Saturday on the 23rd, we're going to be traveling up to North Arlington, New Jersey, to bring to you the Dirty Jersey Darts Open. Expect a lot of great shooters and players and darts flying around for that event on next Saturday, the 23rd. So make sure that you join us live for that. Hopefully at that point we might have all of our stuff fixed up for our Facebook Live feed as well too. Just depends on if Facebook, through their little manual review and everything, pulls their heads out and gets us squared away. Potential 144 out for Jim. We saw him miss a 134 earlier. All right. Sets himself up, 44. He'll be stepping back up as Al is still back on 266. Just doing a little dart maintenance back in the back. See what route Jimmy goes. Going for the 12 double 16 route. Able to catch it there. Now it's 3-0 for Jim. Also, you know, Jim Newman, also known as Aaron Quinn's favorite Mr. Philly. Why? Who knows? Nobody knows. Al's just a bit off in this match. And that's a 180 there from Jim. Great darts. Filled up that lipstick. Really pretty. If I saw it properly, over on the other board there from Nooch and Lou, looks like it might be locked at 3. Newman with potential here for this 161. Oh, 137 scored. Leave him on a 24. I'm now eyeballing that double 12. Catches it with a third dart. Now it's a 4-0 advantage. Definitely a good boost for him right there. Since how he and Al are both only sitting on 1 point, and they don't want to finish last because they're in the bottom 2, because then that gets you relegated. Good recovery dart there with that third. First 2 went a little awry left and right, but he was able to recover with that third into the trip 20. Meanwhile, my broadcasting partner is really bored over here as he's playing little tic-tac-toe games or something junk on his phone. Yeah, he had a rough little bit. Nice little 98 from Al gets him into out position first. But he will definitely be under pressure. As Jim fires in a 140, leaving him down to a little bit better out on 80. 50 leaves 82. Wasn't able to connect on that trip 14, but Jim now with 80 remaining. But was able to recover, clipping that trip 13, which left him on tops. I was just double checking, and no, it is not in. Regroup, recompose, reposition, and oh, just inside. Yeah. Newman now with a double 10 look. Maybe able to utilize that as a guide to walk it in. Unable to catch the double trouble, toil and trouble. Al is able to finally hit a double, getting his first leg on the board. It is now 4-1, starting up game number 6. Ooh, 140 start from Newman. Wanting to apply that pressure, put that foot back on the pedal. Get a little answer for 1-8-17. Al's starting to get a little flustered with his darts. Hadn't been scoring like he normally can. Normally, I know at least whenever he plays against me, those trip 19s are like, oh, his darts are exactly magnets going into that trip 19. You know. Just like that, third dart goes into the trip 19. 95 scored. Jim will be down to a 2-dart out. 96. See if Al's able to get his down to an out. 95 scored will leave him on a bogey of 165. That's where you got to figure out your counts. It gives Jim extra darts. Still 133. Oh no, 95. Oh. 14 for tops. A little bit awkward the way his darts lie. They have that little downward tilt there. Could have blocked it a bit. Determine how Al's going to go at this 170. If he's going 18s or 10s, and he went towards the 10s. 64, looking at the bullseye. Oh, just wired it. Hitting a single. Trying to find a gap in between those two. Does give Al another opportunities. 88. Oh, and that is just inside wire. Little reprieve back and forth. Definite frustration from both players missing the outs. See how Jim goes. It looks like he's eyeing that double five. And catches it first start finally. It's a little bit of relief of finally off in his face. Is it 140? 140. That third one slipped him right between the two and went and dropped a little bit low. Oh, 133. Great answer from Al. Great answer right there. Oops. Score. While we got this leg kicking off again, other matches going on down at the far end. Got Benny Amadei and Mike Campagna. Mike is currently up 6 legs to 2. We're going to try and close that out. And looks like the other match between Jeff Marinucci and Lou Vessels. Jeff Marinucci is up 5 legs to 3. Jimmy going for the that eyeballing now tops. Just a bit high. Just a bit inside. And he cleans it up. Nice. Going up to a 6-1 lead right now. And it's best of 12. 6-1 lead. Best of 12. As Jim's now throwing for the match. If he's able to hold his throw right here for the match. That's a good start there. 2 trebles. Just needs to make sure it's saved. There's a rare change from the 19s up to the 20s for Al, but you can see he can still hit them too. Great third. Great third from Jim. 81 scored. And so on that other board is Jeff Marinucci just took out a nice little 130 on the bull to go up 6-3 or 6-4. You know, whenever it's final, I'll let you know. And while it looks like Mike Camp and Benny have finished up with their match. Let's see what the final was on that. Yep, 7-2 for Camp. 7-2 for Camp. So it's just like that. Newman, the 65 scored, leaving himself the big fish. Still waiting to catch another one. We've streamed one 170 out that I know of, and that was from Mike Camp. You know, might have to look through our archives and such, but still looking for another one. You know, I'd also love to be able to see a 9-darter here. Of course, that happens, I might just lose my mind here on the microphones. As Newman is just misses the double 20. That would have been for the match, but he will have more darts as Al back on 226. And Jim will actually have 6 darts for this 20 if need be. And needs only 1 for the match. So, right there with a nice little 7-1 victory. Moves him, gets him kicking up to the stats a little bit better. Okay. And that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the, not the leaderboard, I'm going to pull up the standings, give you up to the second standings. Okay. For most people here, you know, they've either gone through 5 matches. I know Timmy O'Brien through 5 matches is on 10 points. Chris Frill is on 8 points through 5 matches. I think Mike Campagna is actually through 5 matches now. Because he would be on, yep, he is on 8 points. Okay. Nooch is on his. Jeff Marinucci is on his. Benny Amadei, I believe he is on through 5 matches. Just click it anyway. Yep, and he's got 5 points. All right. Brian Calpin, he's got 5 matches with 4 points. As does Frank Gorham, 5 matches, 4 points. And then this win right here by Jim Newman moves him up. You know, with 5 matches out, he's got 3 points, and then currently in our last 2 positions, you know, is Lou Vessels and Al Flamenco both sitting on 1 point each. That right there is your up to the second standings for our 2022 Philadelphia Premier League here at the Columbia Social Club. Still matches going on. Okay, so with that being said, I know there's still a couple of other matches going to be cranking out, but that is actually going to wind it down for us here. Again, huge shout out to Columbia Social Club for hosting our events here. All the leagues that we see, from Philly Singles League to the Quaker City English Dart League, Advanced Singles League, Women of Philadelphia English Dart Leagues, Old English Dart Leagues, M&O Dart Promotions, all the others that have been out there helping us and everything across the board. You see the sponsors out there. Make sure you join us again this Saturday. Broadcasting, we're going to start probably just a touch right before 2 o'clock. Okay. With darts starting to get on in the air at 2 o'clock. And then with that being said, wish each and every one of you a great night. Hope you enjoyed the streaming. Don't forget to Facebook, YouTube, and and Twitch. Give us a share, a like, set up your notifications so that you can get our broadcast out there. And if you got any questions or anything like that, you can always message us, up and down the line. Myself, Troy Colin, or Mr. Matt Forkin, or through East Coast Darts. So we thank each and every one of you tonight, and we will see you on Saturday for Dart Player Philadelphia event number 3, coming to you live at 2 o'clock from the William D. Oxley American Legion Post 133. So with that being said, thank you folks. Have a great evening. Good night and good darts.